Do you guys ever feel like you are kind of stuck between two spaces? Like your old life has like basically is trying to kick you out and you're kind of over it. You're definitely over it. At the same time, spirit or your intuition is telling you to move on to something else, but you don't know what that other thing necessarily is, or you know what it is, but it's not concrete. Okay, well, that is my life right now, and I definitely like to talk about it. If you're new here, I'm Brandon. I'm an illustrator, and I like to share my knowledge on painting, drawing, as well as the spiritual aspect of things and how that coincides with the creative process. So if you're interested, please subscribe. Anyways, I lately, I mean, I would say the last like few months have just been like knocked over the head with it. I don't know if it's because of Venus retrograde and the eclipses and all that stuff, but it's just been like, it's been unbearable to live in this current life when I know something else is there for me. And I can't get too specific because I don't want to, I just don't want to share things that are going to affect me in a negative way. So I'm just going to say that I just feel like I'm getting pulled in a separate direction. And the separate direction is YouTube. The separate direction is um, creative avenues to make money. And that is like my calling. That's no like surprise. That's not a surprise. You know what I mean? Been drawing since 2 years old. So it's not something that I'm just like, oh my God, I just figured this out. But it's more of the fact that there's an urgency. There's just this like internal angst, like jumping out of my skin that I need to like do something now. And it's just so disturbing because I'm not ready yet. I mean, I'm ready to make videos constantly on YouTube. I can be more consistent on here, definitely. Spirit, I hear you. I'm definitely going to do that. Definitely share more on here, be on here more often and more consistent. Same thing with TikTok. Um, Create that Fiverr account, do those things. Um, but it's also like I feel like shutting things are shutting down around me that are pushing me into this other direction, but there's no safety blanket. I'm not making money from YouTube yet. That is a process. I know it's limiting belief. I know should be thinking that I could make money in this and soon, but I don't know. It's gonna take however long it needs to take, and I'm willing to for that process to be what it is. There's so many things I have to learn, and so many things I have to understand about content creation and stuff like that. And so I'm willing to do that. So I have been very like, I guess, obedient, if you want to call it. I don't really like to use that language because I'm not religious, spiritual, but um, I am trying to do what spirit is trying to tell me to do. So like I have been applying to art jobs and it's been like I feel like things are manifesting. I can see it. Things are manifesting, but then something else falls through. Um, like, for instance, I'll just talk about it. So I had this paint party job that I was super excited about. I was super excited about it, and it didn't work out because of the fact that you kind of have to paint random things that other people give you. I thought you just painted what you create, and you just do your thing and you can entertain people and talk to them. And I work in the restaurant business and I've got a charismatic personality. So I was like, yeah, I could do this. This is cake. And then they told me that I had to paint random things that aren't in my repertoire. So for instance, like landscapes and just random things that I'm just not good at. I'm good at painting anything with personalities. So people, animals, stuff like that. And so it didn't work out, and it was a blessing regardless because I know I manifested that. I know that I um, curated my resume in a way that was so beneficial to me, even though I don't have a lot of experience. So that was very important, but also it was just so frustrating because I really thought that would be a good way for me to kind of just have something on my resume, get some notoriety as someone who kind of paints at parties and like does his thing and like I just had this whole idea of it being like so great, and maybe it can work out. Maybe next time, maybe I'll get better at doing landscapes or whatnot. But like I keep on having these little things pop up here and there that are just like seem to be perfect opportunities, and then it's like something something falls through. And it's just been very, very frustrating. So I'm just wondering if you're kind of in that same loop of like where you're like pushing yourself forward. You're not just standing still. Like this is not me on here being like, "Wah, nothing's working out for me because I'm not doing it because I'm like I'm just being complacent." No, I'm like trying to show to the universe that I am listening to you and I'm doing everything I can in my capacity and my knowledge. Um, Again, I could be more Upwork kind of confuses me. I don't know why it confuses me, but I need to understand that a little bit more. I'm already on that site, but as far as like money that you are paying, you pay for work and stuff like that, that is kind of confusing to me. But as far as Fiverr, those should be up, so I definitely should like commit to those. But for you guys, I'm just wondering. This is not a how-to. This is uh, a question of how you guys are getting through that area. I think this is called the void, where you just are, um, you're like you're shedding your skin. You're like a snake. You're shedding your skin, and like you're or becoming a butterfly or whatever you want to call it, and like you're becoming like your best self in so many ways. But the outer, um, your 3D life isn't showing it, and it's just the most frustrating thing. Last night I actually just was having a moment, and I was just like, I want to go out. I'm gonna have a beer, and like that's no problem, but, like, I don't really drink like that. I only like to drink during, like, celebratory situations because the vibes are high, you know what I mean? I'm not drinking out of lack. But then I noticed feeling that I was just, like, really wanting to party, really want to just, like, escape. That was, like, a warning sign to be like, "Brandon, like, no, like, we're not doing this again. We do that throughout our 20s. We are going to actually go home." And I did breath work with Sandy. It's the best breath work you could do. It's like an hour long for trauma and limiting beliefs. I did that this morning, and I feel a lot better. I took a bath. Got work later, but I'd say all this to say that like when you start feeling those feelings, like be okay with the uncomfortability. I do think that breath work and meditation and spending time with yourself is so important, and kind of feeling those feelings, of releasing them, and letting them go. It's more complicated than that, but I just wanted to kind of share where I'm at in life and in this creative process, and that I'm going to be more on here more often, and just kind of sharing that with you guys. If you guys could share your experiences with this kind of void period, what you're going through, if everything is aligning for you and you just feel like you're just jumping from thing to thing and you're thriving, share that too. But yeah, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.